Thanks indeed, Madhav. Thanks indeed, Madhav, of course, and the team out there keeping that worm's view of the state and its developments and everything related to the Karnataka elections. At 7:30 is your appointment hour with Madhav and team. Viewers, we're going to now focus on the story that has, of course, sparked a massive conversation across the country. Viewers, let's look at some facts with regards to that 45 crore perk that Mr. Kejriwal handed himself. Viewers, yesterday you watched how your channel exposed Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's rupees 45 crore splurge on a spanking new residence. You were shocked to discover that the work was being done at the height of the pandemic. You were angry when we told you that rupees 45 crores was splurged by a government that claimed it had no money. It had no money to purchase oxygenators or ventilators when you and your kin were gasping for air. You were resentful when you realized your trust had been betrayed to splurge on the unheard of creature comforts by a man who swore to you that he would never be enticed by them. Today, viewers, the story gets bigger, much bigger. Your channel has accessed documentary evidence to show that this rupees 45 crore perk was awarded to the Chief Minister by openly flouting due process. That a statutory body, yes, viewers, that a statutory body set up by an act of parliament that serves like a watchdog and has the power to scrutinize, to approve, reject, or modify proposals was misled for 45 days on what the exact nature and scope of work was being carried out inside the Chief Minister's residence in civil lines. Viewers, here in my hand are crucial documents. Viewers, sanctions of this particular watchdog are imperative, but those sanctions were only sought after the construction had begun. That costs, viewers, were kept under a cut-off limit so that the sanction of the top brass of the Delhi government's own works department did not have to be taken at all. Given that each of the work orders was less than rupees 10 crores, tenders were not required to be floated, viewers, and neither was the permission of the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi required to be sought. The idea clearly was to spend taxpayer money under the radar without letting the taxpayer, without letting you know for what reason it was being spent. Because the moment, viewers, the Aam Aadmi Party would have said that it was being spent to construct a grand palace for Arvind Kejriwal, you would have asked him, but Mr. Kejriwal, you told us that you would never want to live in a glittering ivory tower. You told us that you were abstemious, that you weren't concerned with creature comforts and material wealth like the other VVIPs of Lutyens' Delhi. Viewers, all those inconvenient questions that you could have asked, viewers, were never asked because you were never told. Now let's take this one by one. I always present the hard facts to you, viewers. Hard facts so that you can get the closest to the truth. And once you know the truth, viewers, you can build your arguments, you can ask the questions. And we will again hope, viewers, that you will be coming out there tonight once again on our show and asking questions, because we're going to invite you to do this. Now, viewers, what can we tell you? Pay attention to your screens and let me walk you through this. The Delhi Urban Arts Commission is a watchdog. It is set up by an Act of Parliament that must approve any proposal that deals with any construction of specific kinds. But viewers, this watchdog notes that and this is a note, viewers, from the 6th of November 2020, the height of COVID, viewers, that the work was begun even without seeking sanction from the watchdog. It says it is mentioned in the project details that the site work has already commenced. Construction can only commence after approval. This is very clearly written here, after approval. The question then is very simple. How did work start at least 60 days before the panel's approval was taken? That's a fundamental question. In the same meeting, again, viewers, 6/11/2020, just go on to the Delhi Urban Arts Commission's website. Go to this date and you can access this for yourself. This is a very transparent country now, viewers. But the DUAC made another observation. This watchdog made another observation, which shows how the statutory body set up by an Act of Parliament was misled. This document here clearly states, as per the subject, proposal is for additions and alterations. However, it's clearly evident that an entirely new building is being proposed by demolishing the existing structure. This needs clarification. This needs clarification. Here it is, viewers, very clearly mentioned. As I told you, you can look up the DUAC website. Find this for yourself. The date is 6/11/2020. These are the minutes of the meeting. Go and look for it on your own if you don't believe me. Now, viewers, I have another document. This is from the 11th of December, 2020. The third document, which I'm going to show you, shows that even in its second sitting, remember they asked for clarifications? Well, the Aam Aadmi Party kindly gave them a clarification. But it is noticed that the commission did not approve the building plan proposal. Here it is. Very easily, it is denoted here. Very easily. And that once again, the panel gave specific observations to the Delhi government and asked them to clarify. So why didn't AAP government clarify to the panel as asked about misleading the panel? That's the specific question. Why didn't AAP government clarify to the panel as asked about misleading the panel? It was asked clearly. Why did you mislead? But it didn't clarify. Now, viewers, I've shown you these documents. Now, within a week, the Aam Aadmi Party goes back to the panel, and this document shows how it was only on 18 December 2020 when the DUAC gave its approval. The minutes of the meeting say revised proposal was approved with observations. The question is, why did AAP approach the panel for sanction 50 days after work began? And viewers, if the DUAC doesn't clear, if this watchdog doesn't clear the work, the MCD, the Municipal Corporation of Delhi, cannot approve it. Now, viewers, you and I know that any municipality will come down on you heavily if you even make a small extension in your home. If you remove a window or add a balcony or enclose one, they will come. They'll ask you. They'll fine you. Because you need a prior approval from the MCD. Even for your own residences. And this is a heritage building, viewers. So it had to have the approval first of the watchdog, then of the MCD. Now we show you how on 1st September 2020, 100 days before the approval by the watchdog, Close to 8 crores was sanctioned by the state for addition and alteration in the additional accommodation in Chief Minister's residence. It says construction costs of rupees 7 crores, 91 lakhs, 19,400 has been approved. Now, viewers, can you imagine? Your money. He was taking your money. The Aam Aadmi Party was dipping its hands into your taxpayer savings to spend on a project that at that point hadn't been approved. How do we know, viewers, that the cost was actually what they claim it was for all these works? We don't know. Remember, there was no tendering process. And these are all the work notes, viewers. These are all of them. Work orders. And there are many of them here. Each one of these work orders, viewers, is very interesting. The work began, no sanction. Remember, the funds were sanctioned in at least 5 tranches for the construction of the CM residence. Therefore, I have 5 work orders in my hand, viewers. 5 of them. A look at the work sanctions will show how all the costs were kept deliberately under 10 crores. Take a look at this. The first sanction was for 7.92 crores. The second one was for 1.64 crores. The third sanction was for 909 crores. The fourth was for 8.68 crores. Then rupees 9.34 crores. But why were all costs under rupees 10 crores? Here's why. Because the office memorandum of the Government of Delhi's Finance Department of 2019 says that for expenses, and here it is, viewers, here is the office memorandum. For expenses below 10 crores, there is no need to take the approval of the Public Works Department Secretary or that of the Engineer-in-Chief. These are the 2 top people. Only an HOD's approval is required, head of department. This meant that even the LG had no clue, and most significantly, the AAP didn't need to float any tender for the work. Viewers, it could easily just ask its own minister, Satyendra Jain. And you know where Satyendra Jain is, viewers? He's in jail, getting massaged. Satyendra Jain would therefore, I wouldn't trust him with public funds. But the AAP did, viewers. He busily sanctioned 45 crores, merrily did so, thinking that, wow, I can do a favor at public expense. So my boss will love me. Satyendra Jain signed off, viewers, no questions asked. The LG had no clue. The Engineer-in-Chief of the PWD department had no clue. The Secretary of the department had no clue. Some HOD underling, also eager to please, most probably, viewers, signed off. Was a tender put out? No. So you hire an architect, you hire this, you hire contractors without tender. And viewers, you are billing the government, you and I, 10 lakhs for each curtain. You're going to hang up more than 1 crore of curtains. You are spending on marble flooring. How do you even know that there were no other alternatives that could have been given cheaper? You never asked for a tender. Viewers, today, the BJP and the Congress say that they are smelling, they have latched on to the scent of illegality. That this is no longer about just mere morality, about spending during a dance of death during the corona episode. This is not about that anymore. This is about a whiff, according to the BJP and the Congress, a whiff of illegality.